All right, so we're going to continue to learn about fraction estimation, and we're going to use a number line to help us a little bit. So number one says Micah bought 1 1/3 pounds of grapes and 1 1/2 pounds of bananas. About how many pounds of fruit did Micah buy? So I just want to estimate here. I don't want to know the exact answer. I just want to know about. Well, I'm going to leave 1 1/2 here, okay? And I want to know how many pounds in all. So I know I'm going to be adding. So I'm gonna leave 1 1/2, okay? That's an easy benchmark fraction, okay? Again, we wanna think about our benchmarks: half, 1, 1 1/2, 2, 2 1/2, 3 to help us. Think about your halves, think about your wholes. 1 1/3, okay, I can think about 1/3, that's pretty close to a half. So 1 1/3 I could estimate to be about 1 1/2, okay? So about how much fruit did Micah buy? Well, Micah bought about 3 pounds, okay? So I can place my X over here and my 3 on my number line. He bought about 3 pounds. If I'm going to be precise, if I want to be a little bit more precise here, I know I rounded 1 1/3 up to 1 1/2. So I know he bought probably a little less than 3 pounds. But again, we're just estimating, so about 3 pounds. Number two, Chloe has 2 1/2 yards of fabric. She will use about 3/8 of a yard to make a scarf. So how many yards of fabric will she have left? Again, 2 1/2, that's an easy number. I don't need to, I'm gonna leave 2 1/2, okay? Has that half in there, it's easy to think about. Well, she uses about 3/8. Well, I know half of 8's 4, so 3/8 is pretty close to a half. So I'm gonna say 3/8 is about a half. And I know she uses it, so I'm subtracting in this problem. So I'm going to do 2 1/2 minus a half. So she has about 2 yards of fabric. Okay. So she doesn't quite use a half. So again, if I'm being precise, she will have a little bit more than 2 yards left. Okay. But about 2 yards. Okay. Pretty close. So when you're given those problems, just think about, if you want to think about quick estimates of if your answers make sense or not, use your benchmark fractions to help you.